Hey folks, Micah McGee here. You know I've been butchering wild pigs, and you know we were scraping them. I've got them here, and I just cannot bear to throw them away. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna make scrapple today. We've got 5 pig heads. We're gonna call it 5 pig head scrapple. Let's go. All right, we've got this stuff in. I took 5 pig heads over to my neighbor's. He's got a really nice meat saw, and they allow me to come in there, cut these heads up, and I always cut the teeth out. I don't want the teeth in my food. I don't know if it matters, but I don't like it. On these, I went ahead and removed all the brains. Now, when I did the Mangalitsa, I didn't think it was a big deal, but on these wild hogs, I just went ahead and pulled the brains out. I ain't against eating hog brains, but I'm not gonna eat wild hog brains. So, we got it all in here, filled the pot completely up again. I can't believe it. It's not just 5 pig heads, but there's also feet, tails, different things. And a couple of the pigs had very thin bacons. I just went ahead and put all that, cut that up, put that in there. So we're gonna cook this down till it gets ready to pull off the bone. And at that point, we'll be ready to make scrapple. Let's get it. You better not walk away.
Hey! Don't get that man, please not.
This man trying to leave, and I'm trying to make scrapple, and I got something for him right here. Oh, you want that pigtail, don't you?
No, I don't.
You don't? Why not?
Because they look like a possum tail.
Possum tail. Man, well maybe I can find something else in here you'd like. Well, how about a pig foot? How about draw? You want to eat that pig foot, don't you? It's delicious. Oh, son. You hurt my feelings now.
Hurt my feet, make me sick.
He comes over and eats scrapple every morning if I don't make him bacon or sausage. He loves it.
Love.
Well, you get on out of here if you're going to be that way, son.
Bye, son.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out. I'm sure you're probably wondering, there's no way that you ate all that scrapple that you just made with that Mangalitsa and those 3 deer. The answer is no, I have not. Here's some of it right here. Absolutely delicious. We've been eating it about every other day, every 3rd day. We got bacon and sausage we can mix in there. But I'm not gonna take 5 pig heads and a bunch of more pig parts and fill my freezer up. It's either gonna get thrown out or we're gonna make scrapple. And I just happen to have the ingredients. When I went to Muddy Pond and bought my stuff last time, I bought enough for 2 batches. So I'm set. All I gotta do is make it. I'll put scrapple in my freezer all day. I'm not gonna take a bunch of wild hog heads and throw in there. That's good. All right, it's the next day. This scrapple started scorching on the bottom, so I took everything out, scraped it out, cleaned it up good, and started over. And what I did was, I took a cast iron skillet that wasn't a real good one, and put water in it, and set that pot on top of that, and I cooked it slow. And I ended up letting it simmer all night long. Overnight we got snow, we got cold, but we're ready to start this scrapple making, and it's kind of nice. We got all day to fool with it, but it ain't gonna take long because we're almost done already, and we just now getting started. Let's go. All right, we're gonna take and we're gonna strain it out. Just like always, we're gonna strain the juice off. The juice, otherwise known as broth, is what we're gonna use to put back in this mixture to make it right. So it's got all of the grease and it's got the broth that's gonna make this perfect. Once we get that done, we're gonna separate the meat from the bones, the skin, the fat. It all goes through the grinder.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, son, you like it.
No, son. Ain't it mean?
Is it good?
Good. Well, they're not bad. Finger looking good.
That's white meat,
That's,
son.
yeah, man, that's skin.
No, it ain't, son. That's the prettiest white meat you ever want to lay eyes on. That's better than rabbit.
That's skin.
That is not skin.
That's skin.
That is not skin. That's skin right
Yeah,
there.
that's skin. Hey, Rusty. You miss it, boy.
And once we get it through grinding, we're going to put it back in the pot. and we're gonna cook it back down with that broth. And then the amazing thing happens. We're going to put our salt and our pepper in, and then we're going to put our cornmeal, our buckwheat, and our wheat flour in. We're going to mix it with a mixer, a good old powerful mixer run by the generator. That's the same generator that's powering our grinder as we grind it through. And when we get it all mixed together and it gets thick, we're going to put it into pans. It will have absolutely no trouble cooling and congealing today. This is a very cold day. And once it's cool, we're going to dump it out, we're going to slice it up, and we're going to fry it and show you just how good 5-head scrapple can be. All right, what I'm doing now is getting 1 gallon of broth. That goes back in the pot, and we're gonna put all 5 gallons of our meat in there, get it cooking, and then we're gonna measure our broth and pour it in together. Number 2. All right, let's dump it in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's gonna be 8. All right, in order to keep this from burning, we're just gonna stick this in. We're just gonna start stirring. This pot is fuller than it's been before, so I don't know how this is gonna work. We'll get putting our flour in here. It may get pretty full before it gets thick enough. All right, we're waiting for this to start boiling a little bit. And as soon as it does, we're gonna throw the flour to it. We're gonna put 1 cup of black pepper. Stir it in there, boy. Putting in 1 pound of Himalayan pink salt. I've been told to try a little garlic powder in it, see how that goes. So I'm gonna try a little bit of that. All right, it's got hot, it's ready to go. First thing is buckwheat. All right, let's do the cornmeal. Got this? Yeah. Get thick fast because it's only got 8 gallons of water. Let's set it off. Matt, grab one side. I'll get this side. Let's go towards him. Don't work yourself. Turn it off. Turn the fire off. All right. Now we can move. This is roasted cornmeal. It came from Muddy Pond, Tennessee. Whoa, it's getting... Okay, don't put no more of that. Get that bag of flour. Not all of it, but... Don't let it splash you. Did it get you? It's on your shoulder. All right, put some more flour in it. I've got it rolling now. Eat it! All right, go for it. It's supposed to take all of it, but we don't even have all the cornmeal. Hand him that cornmeal. Start pouring cornmeal in it. Here's how you get it off. All right, got that done. Boy, that is good stuff. It is cold. It's like 30 degrees. This stuff is going to start setting up. We got to get it in these pans quick. Oh, it's heavy. My goodness. That is heavy. Ooh. All right, hand me that pot. This is the perfect consistency. All right, it is the next day. It's fairly early in the morning. We've got enough daylight to shoot this video. This stuff has set up perfectly. You can see it was in the garage all night, which is not heated, but it's not a bit frozen, but it's quite ready. What you're gonna do, if you're following this recipe, all you gotta do is run your knife around the cake pan, dish, whatever you've got it in. This stuff will set up anywhere. You could pour it out on a table and it would set up, and then you just slice it up and put it in your freezer or however you're gonna store it. As cold as it is, I'm not sure how it's gonna shake out, but it'll come out, no doubt in my mind. I'm gonna give it some good vigorous shaking. I can see it turning loose. This is clear glass. Here it comes. All right. At this point, simply slice it. Whatever thickness. If you want it to be completely crispy through and through, you need to slice it fairly thin. I like it crispy on the outside. I make mine 1/2 inch or so. Of course, the ends are tapered, so it's not going to be that way perfectly. This particular batch came out very gelatinous, which is on account of having 5 pig heads and all the other skin we had. And that, to me, is my favorite. If you don't like it as gelatinous, then what you want to do is use less skin and more meat. But according to what I like, this turned out perfect. What a flavor, my goodness. Our pot was full to the top, and that's the most we've ever made. We've never had it turn out that way. And what you'll discover, you end up with a little different amount every time because you never have the same exact amount of meat. And the speed at which you cook it is gonna change the amount of broth that you have. Sometimes it's such a small amount, if you cook it real hot, you have to actually add water to your broth. I didn't have to add a drop of water this time. Turned out perfect. That's another reason that it possibly turned out this consistency, is because I had pure broth, and there was a lot of grease in there from the wild hog. And you know, the wild hog is not, he's not eating just a whole lot of agriculture products. He's getting that, but he's also eating a lot of stuff out of the woods, which means his fat is going to be prime, extraordinarily good. So let's get in here. I've got my wood fire going really hot right now because it's 20 degrees out here. So we're gonna get in here and we're gonna fry this up real quick, and we're gonna eat some of it and show you just exactly how good this is. You want syrup on yours first, or you want it plain?
No, I want it plain.
All right. All right, boys, time to try this out. Don't act like you're puking, son. I'll whoop you. This is on camera, son. He acts strange on camera, but let me tell you, folks, when he's not on camera, he really strange. Oh, we love old Frank. I gotta check his coffee out and see if Miss Joe was right. It smells like pure coffee, Joe. I don't smell nothing. What do you call it? Little tipsy on it. I don't smell nothing like that. Don't. I'm sorry, Joe. I really thought he was probably, I thought you were right about that, but. All right, this is pure wild hog. There is no deer in it. The only meat in here that's not wild hog, we did cook a turkey the other day, and I took the giblets while this was already cooking. I said, hey, I'll throw them in there. So there's one turkey gizzard, one turkey heart, and one turkey liver in here. It's indiscernible. You can't tell that it's there. So, first of all, I'm going to check this, make sure it ain't too hot.
Nope.
It's a little warm. I'll give you this one. Mr. David's gonna try a piece of it. What do y'all think about it? What does Mr. Frank think about it?
It's all right to me.
You think it's okay?
Mm.
You like it? You like it as good as the other of them been doing? Better? Worse?
No,
For better or worse?
good. I think better work.
Scrapple is good, folks. If you get a chance to try it, try it. Here's the recipe right here. I'm going to put it up so you can just simply take a screenshot of it. And if you want to make a full batch, you might want some help. Get you some boys like old Caleb here to help you. If you want to do a small batch, look to the far right-hand side. Make a small batch. You can do that on your own by yourself. We have got plenty of scrapple to do us for a while now, don't we? Mm-hmm. We've made 2 batches in the last couple of weeks. So we are well set in scrapple, but that's something that we don't get tired of eating. We're ready to roll and eat it right now. So that's all we've got for you today. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next Frank video.
I didn't say it loud.
That coffee really does have something in it, don't it?
Mm-mm. What it did, though. You knowing him, though.
Mm-hmm.
You just seen it, Cynthia. It's awful.
Ain't it awful?